This is Valerie, and one of the goals I've set for my 2022 year is to video a set of videos, small piano lessons for the beginning student. I'm going to be using two different curriculums. Tonight I'm going to be working out of John Thompson's curriculum for the first lessons. I will also be working out of the Sham curriculum at a later date. So just stay tuned and you'll see both curriculums being used. One of the things that I will tell you, I'm not going to go into depth about reading music, so you will need to learn to read music. On your own, I will do a quick one tonight, but it would be really good for you to get some books or information on reading music. You can a lot of times Google it online. If you're more of a workbook type, I've liked the John Sham's theory lessons. Book 1 goes over navigating the keyboard and teaching you how to read music in a very step-by-step fashion. So that is a resource that you may want to avail yourself to. So we're going to work on John Thompson's. I'm going to get my book set up here, and I'm going to just show a couple things on the piano before we get started. Get my book ready. Let's look at the keyboard here. We call this middle C. It is the key to the left of the two black keys. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's the extent of our notes. We have an alphabet that goes from A to C. We're starting at middle C, and we go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That is called the C scale. And if you look at the piano, we have many octaves. We start here, we go down an octave, we go down another octave, and another octave. We start here, we go up. So you can see, we just have a repetition of C, D, A, B, C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, we're going to start here. I'm going to take the camera from my husband and give him a little break. So here we are in our book on our first page called Music Land, and I'm up here in the corner. This is really important for your success on the first 5 pieces, is this hand position. There's no surprises here. You're going to put your hand on these keys, and that hand is going to essentially stay there. So you're going to take that thumb, and you're going to put it on middle C, your right thumb. And you're going to take your left hand pinky finger, and you're going to put it on the C an octave below. As you can see, there are corresponding numbers here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the left hand, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the right hand. And what that is, this is the numbers of the fingers of your hand. The thumb will always be 1. The index finger will always be 2. The middle finger will always be 3. The ring finger will always be 4, and the pinky finger will always be 5, whether it is on the left hand or the right hand. So let me bring my hand down here, and we'll see what that looks like at the piano. I have a nice curved hand position. I have my thumb or my first finger on the C. I have my index, my pointer finger on the D. Let me count the numbers on the fingers. 1 finger, 2, 3, 4, 5. C, D, E, F, G. And I would suggest you do that a few times before you even start playing this song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C, D, E, F, G. Now let's do this on our left hand. Our pinky, the 5th finger, is going to go on to the C. Our ring finger is going to go on the D, our 4th finger. Our 3rd on the E. Our index finger, the 2nd finger on the F, and our thumb on the G. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. C, D, E, C, D, E, F, G. When you get comfortable with that, do both hands together, and maybe I'll show you that when I get Joe back here. But let's go ahead and let's look at Music Land. Music Land is written in what's called 4/4 timing. And what that means is that there's 4 beats in every measure, and the quarter note, which isn't here, we only have half notes. The quarter note is going to be 1 beat. These notes are half notes. We have all half notes until we get to the end of our phrase, and then we have a whole note in the first phrase. And the same in the second phrase. We end on a whole note. Half notes are 2 beats. So we have off, I, go, to, music, land. Train, in, ears, and eye, and hand. So just a simple 1, 2, 3, 4 with 2 beats on each half note. That's our right hand. Our left hand, we have all whole notes. So we'll be hitting this C, and we'll be holding it for the full 4 beats of the measure. And then when we get to the next measure, we're going to hit an E, and the next measure a G, and then back down to C. So let's look at the notes up here. We're going to start on that first line. Now, as I said, I'm not going to be teaching how to read music, but just a quick review. The first line is E. On the right hand, the lines are every good boy does fine. So we have an E, a G, a B, a D, and an F. And the spaces are F, A, C, E, face. So here we have an E. We want to take a step up into an F and a step up into a G. And then we're going to skip down to a C. We're going to take a step up to a D. We're going to skip this line, which is E, and we're going to go up to an F. I have a little skip here, F, and then we're going to step down into an E. Let's look at those notes again. E, F, G, C, D, F, E. That is the first phrase, or a little musical sentence of our song. And now we're going down to the second phrase. The second phrase is extremely similar to the first phrase, but we'll review it. We have an E, an F, a G. We're going to skip down to a C. We're going to go up to a D, and then we're going to go E and a C. The only differences on the right hand in this song between the first phrase and the second phrase is up here we skipped up to an F, and down here in the second phrase we just step up to an E. And then here we step down to an E, and this one we skip down, we skip a note to a C. I'm going to play that right hand now for you, and I'm going to show you on the camera what the right hand looks like. So here we go down. Put my finger, just like the picture shows, my thumb is on that C, my index finger is on that D, my middle finger is on that E, my ring finger or 4 is on that F, and my pinky or 5th finger is on the G. And here we go. I'm going to say the notes this time. E, F, G, C, D, F, E. E, F, G, C, D, E, C. When you get comfortable playing that sequence of notes, it's real important to get the timing. So I'm going to count it out for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's our right hand. Now let's go look at this left hand up here. This left hand is very easy to play. We put our fingers on, just like here. Again, get your hand set up. You start with a C on that pinky finger, the fifth finger. And the next note is the E, which is going to be your third finger. And then you're going to do the G with your first finger. So you just have a nice skip of the keys. So you go from C to E to G, and then you go back down to C. We call the C, E, and G a C chord. It's broken up into 3 pieces. I'm going to show you what the C chord looks like. That's if I hit them all 3 together. But in this song, we're not going to do that at all. We're just going to start with our C, and then our E, and then our G, and then back down to C. So you want to play this or practice this several times before you even put the 2 hands together. Let me do it counting it out. I would go C, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. That was the first phrase. Now I'm going to the second line or the second phrase. C, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, G, 4, E, 2, 3, 4. So we had a little bit of a change between the first phrase and the second phrase when you get to that third measure. Let's look at that. Here we had the G up here that made that simple C, E, G chord I talked about, and down to C. When we get here, we go from C to E to an F, and then a G, and then down to an E. So this is a little bit different than up here. Let me show you what that looks like. We have C, E, F, G, E. So let's play that a couple times. C, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, E. I'll do that one more time. The camera wasn't quite where it needed to be. I'll do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let me have Joe come over here and I'll show you both hands together. Okay, after you practice that right hand and feel really confident with the right hand, and you've practiced that left hand separately, really confident, it's time to put both hands together. And sometimes this is more challenging than one might think. So we're going to just start off with doing the first note in each hand. We have an E on the right hand, and we have a C on that left hand. Just hit them together. Very good. We hit them together. Now we're going to go with the second note on the right hand. Remember that C is going to be held for 4 beats, the E on 2 beats, and then we go to the F on 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've comfortably played that first measure. I'm going to go on to the second measure. Sometimes it's a challenge to coordinate getting that left hand to cooperate and hit that E with the G on that second measure. So just take it slow. We don't have to necessarily be doing the timing right now. Off, I, go. Off, I, go. Okay, after you've done that a few times and feel comfortable, let's add the next note, which is a middle C on that right hand. Off, I, go, to. Off, I, go, to. Okay, now comes that third measure. Off, I, go, to. Music, land. Training, ear, and eye, and hand. I'm going to play it slowly through 2 more times, and then I'm going to let you on your own to practice. Those last 2 measures can be a little bit of a challenge, so maybe let's take them just by themselves. The last 2 measures of that second phrase where it says eye and hand. We got a D on our right hand and an F on our left hand. Okay, one time from the beginning. Thank you for listening.